The Maxi-Cosi Halo 360 is the first Australian rotating car seat, and I'm here to show you all about it. My name is Alicia Blackmore and I'm the owner of Buckle Up with Blackmore. I'm a child car seat installer and educator. So please join me while I show you all about the Maxi-Cosi Halo 360. To start with, we're going to remove the seat from the base, and to do this we're going to have to rotate it to the door. So down on the base of the seat here there's a slide to lock and unlock feature. So what we're going to do is slide the little locking mechanism over and rotate it to face the door. We are then able to see the little release lever on the bottom of the seat here in grey. All you need to do is squeeze it and simply lift the car seat off the base. We're going to put this to the side for now while we install the base. So now that the seat is removed from the base, we can actually see all the instructions clearly printed on here, which is absolutely fantastic. We're going to go through all these steps here so I can show you exactly what I'm doing. The first one here says, number 1, loosely attach the tether to the hook of the vehicle's tether anchor. So this tether here is what we're going to be looking at. In some vehicles, the headrests are actually fixed, and Maxi-Cosi have given permission that in those cases, what you're going to have to do is split the tether into a V shape and then connect it this way. If your vehicle headrests are able to be moved, all you can do is simply move your headrest up, feed the tether in a straight line, and then we're going to connect it down at the back here, and then we're just going to leave it slack while we get the rest of it installed. So now we're going to move on to step number 2. Here it says engage rotation lever and rotate the cradle 90 degrees as shown. So we actually did that when we removed the seat from the base. We now have this mechanism facing side to side that way. So that's all good to go. Number 3 says open the smart lock. So that's this part here where the grey lever is. All you need to do is squeeze it and then flop it open. Number 4 says thread the vehicle seat belt in and through the belt path. So what we're going to do is we're going to give ourselves enough slack. We're going to feed the seat belt underneath. We're going to go over the smart lock feature and we're going to come out the other side underneath like that. Just making sure that it's nice and flat. So number 5 then says fasten seatbelt buckle, ensuring that there are no twists. So we don't want twists anywhere in the seatbelt, and we're going to engage it in the seatbelt buckle. Number 6 here says gently push down on the base and remove the slack to tighten the vehicle seat belt while still holding the vehicle belt, close the smart lock. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our hand into the seat. We're going to push down while pulling on the seat belt. Just make sure that we do feed all the slack through. What I tend to do is give the seat a little wiggle wiggle. Make sure it's all nice and tight. Make sure the seat belt is running through its belt path. Sometimes this takes a little bit of maneuvering, but we're gonna get there. All right, so now that I have the seatbelt fairly firm, what I'm going to do is just hold onto it to make sure that nothing goes sliding through, and then we're going to shut the smart lock feature. So this is gonna take a little bit of grunt to get it closed, and my trolley of course is on wheels, so I'm going to try and stop that from moving. Just give me a second while I click that in. So that looks good. So now we're going to move on to the next step, which is down here. This is close the smart lock and make sure that the smart lock indicators are green. So we're actually looking here where both these indicators have turned green. It shows that there's enough tension. Another way to check as well is just to make sure that when you wiggle it side to side, it does move less than 2.5 centimeters. On to number 8, we are going to tighten the top tether, just making sure that there's no twists. So now that the base is nice and firm, we're going to remove the slack. So we're going to pull all the slack through, pull the remaining tether. We'll flop the excess down to the back. There is a nice little handy dandy pocket to put the excess into as well, so that's fantastic. Now, since this is a fixed base, we no longer have to touch that tether once it's done up, while rear facing or forward facing. So that's absolutely fantastic. We're going to move on to number 9, attach the seat onto the base. So what we're going to go and do is we're going to grab this and we're going to click it back on. So this bit just takes some lining up. I am still trying to get used to where to put it on the seat, but it's clearly labeled on here too. So it says back of car seat goes here. So it's got clearly labeled. So we're going to put that on there and make sure we line it up. and make sure it clicks. So that is pretty much ready to go. All we need to do now is make sure that we're loading our children in and we're making sure that it is engaged in the base and locked into a set position. So we never ever want to travel with this car seat facing the door. We need to either pick rear facing this way, and then it's locked. As you can see down here, the panel actually turns green, which says it's ready to go. Or you need to rotate it round this way so that it's forward facing, and that means it's ready to go. And like I said, it does turn green. Now, the mechanism does take some getting used to, and it is a brand new seat, so it will eventually loosen up a little bit and wear in as you use it. But what I've found is that if it's getting caught, so if it gets jammed anywhere, if you just backtrack a little bit and then keep it rolling, it should go. But I mean, I haven't really had any trouble with it. So to the door, see it gets a little jammy, give it a wiggle and it goes back to the front. There we go. Now, another good thing about this car seat is cup holders. They are removable and it does come with two. I've only got one at the moment, but they do detach. So you just twist to lock. These actually have a bit of flex to them so you can fit different bottles and things. And it does have a little rotating feature where it closes. So you can have it open like that, or you can close them like that. And these are dishwasher safe. So you can pop them in the dishwasher and give them a good wash, but you simply just put them in and then lock them and they're ready to go. It has easy adjust harness. So on the top of the seat here, if you squeeze the lever and then you move it, everything moves at the same time, all the harness and the headrest and everything. It's got all this gorgeous fabric, all these plush inserts and things, and it is extended rear facing. So it does actually have the 3 height markers on the side, which means that you'll get to an average of about 30 months old. There is a release. So this is the lengthening button on the harness. So if you press the button down here, pull on the shoulder portion, that loosens the harness off, and then you simply pull the tail and that tightens it up again. It's so easy to use, and I'm really grateful that I get to show you all about it. If you guys have any questions, please reach out. I am borrowing this car seat at the moment, but I will be able to make follow-up videos if you have any questions. So yeah, it was lovely to show you all this car seat. I hope you all have a good day and drive safe.